We are live. Welcome back to the West Coast Drive podcast. We're almost halfway through the NFL season. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not
Jeez.
ready for it. I'm not ready for it.
Already?
It's just gone by
I
really
know.
fast, honestly.
It feels like
Yeah.
it's gone by way, way too fast. But yeah, so we're cooking, boys. We're cooking. We got a fun week ahead. We had a fun week. We had our first 3-0 weekend amongst our teams
Yeah.
on the season, week 7. So that was fun. We're definitely gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about some of the big takeaways from this past weekend. We're gonna be talking about our picks. Rob expanded his lead a little bit, but that's okay because he already dropped a game for Thursday Night Football.
Vikings got hosed.
They did, but they wouldn't have covered anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, we're gonna hop right into it. We're gonna got a fun one. Um, Already talked a little bit Denver, New Orleans on the last one. It sucked. Terrible game,
Ugh, horrible.
which was not the case for most of last night's game. So we'll talk about that.
Last night was a fun
Uh,
game.
Last night was good. Last night was pretty good as far as Thursday Night Football goes. Um, New England Jacksonville in London
I'm
was
such a
not a
clown,
fun
guys.
game.
I'm such a clown.
Hey man, it's all right. I picked New England too.
But
I
I was
picked
like, dude, I was adamant that the Patriots were gonna win and just make a joke out of the Jags and that -6 line. Nope.
mhm.
Hey, that happened instead.
Yeah, no, I was too, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, I was too. I was also big on like, hey, Jacksonville's not good. 6 points is ridiculous. And here we are.
Shout out
Not
Rob.
the case.
Hey, Patriots are so bad. They're so bad, man.
Dude, they are.
No,
They're
they
already
are.
trying to fire Gerard Mayo.
I saw that, and honestly, I'd give him another year just for how bad his quarterback situation is. Just trotting out a rookie.
Forget the
Oh,
QB situation. How about that O line?
oh, even
One of the worst
worse.
O lines in
Only,
probably NFL history.
only worse O line than the Seahawks. Let's go.
Yeah, we
Honestly,
found
they make
one.
the
We
Seahawks O
found one.
line look elite.
That's true. Yeah, yeah, it's rough, and every single day I just think about how the Bengals lost to them in week 1.
Is
God
that
damn
their
it.
only win?
That is their
God
only win still.
That was such a fluky win.
damn it.
It was. I mean, multiple, fumble on the 1 yard line, but T. Higgins was hurt. But yeah, it was bad. It was rough. Not a fun game. Not a fun game. We did not have fun with that one. I don't want to think about it. On the Jaguar side of things, I mean, Doug Peterson saves his job for another week. See how long that lasts.
Jesus. There's no way he's not getting fired, though. They're
Oh
just
no,
gonna
he
go
will.
for him.
He will. He will. He definitely will eventually. But does
Unless they
Gerard
make
Mayo
the
make it out of the
playoffs.
season? That's the question.
I think they'll give him one more year.
It sounds like I don't know. Bill Belichick's out here calling him like calling him out like he was his handpicked successor, and he's calling him out on Monday Night Football now. So I don't know what that's all about, but yeah, not a great look. Not a great look there in New England. They've got uphill climb. Drake May doesn't look bad though, so
No,
they got
he's not been
something.
the problem, I don't think.
They got something. They got something for the future there. Tank Bigsby firmly taking over as Jaguars offense right now, which who would have thunk it?
What a
Here we
bust
are.
from Travis Etienne. Ugh.
Yeah, he went from so good last year and he just sucks now. Like overnight, just one of those weird,
Running backs, man.
weird. Yeah. Um, let's see. Seattle, Atlanta. You want to take it away, Rob? Give up
Yeah. This is,
two ways.
Falcons are a damn good team. They they'd won three straight. They're thinking they're pretty hot. We went in there and stomped them. We played probably our best game all season. There's a lot of really encouraging things. Gino played great. Gino had a really good game. Kenneth Walker had the flu and went crazy. He had a fantastic game. Really amazing catch. Byron Murphy was back. Seahawks are undefeated when Byron Murphy plays. First time they beat a good team this year. Maybe the Broncos, but It was a lot of encouraging stuff because they're in the middle of a skid. Roy Robinson Harris, he had a good game setting the edge. He was kind of some of that big end presence that we kind of missed a little bit. He was nice to see. Um, and some dudes stepped up. Josh Jobe had a good game, nearly had a pick six. Um, Mike Jarrell, it's not people are like, oh, it's not like he's a starting tackle yet or anything, but like he was better than Stone Forsythe. I mean, yeah, the Falcons probably have the worst pass rush in the NFL, but on Kenneth Walker's like 25-yard touchdown run, he had the ceiling block on Matt Judon one-on-one. It was really good. Um, yeah, there was a lot of encouraging things from this game. And I was happy to see it, happy to see him get right on the back track. Had some turnovers, it looked good. Boya Mafe, strip sack, Derek Hall taking it to the touchdown. What a revelation Derek Hall has been this year compared to last. So it was a good game going out there at 10 a.m. and taking it to him. 20-point win on the road. Last time we had that against not a shitty team was I think like 2015. So encouraging game.
I agree. I mean, if you're Seattle, I mean, that is the game that we all pretty confidently picked Atlanta in, and Seattle came out there and took it to them. I mean, this game wasn't even close for a good amount of it. I
Bijan's
mean,
crazy, man.
Bijan had a great game.
We had runs stuffed, and he just the way he moves is just really something. He just really started to figure it out. Just his vision was really impressive. He had a really good game. Just he was dead to rights and found a way to get like 8 yards.
Bijan's a great player. Definitely a great player.
Yeah, shout out Mike Jarrell.
Jarrell, man. The podcast punching bag, but yeah, I guess he did his job. Better than Stone Forsythe, at least. Good for him, man. Good for him. That's what it's just good for Seattle too. We're starting to talk about like, oh, the it's over, they've lost their mojo, and then they go into Atlanta and just beat the brakes off of what, we I think collectively agree is a good Falcons team. Um, it's impressive stuff. It's impressive stuff.
Kirk had a bad game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was rough.
He
A
was
lot
seeing
of
ghosts.
he's seeing ghosts.
Murphy
Sam
had
Darnold.
pressured on both of the picks. It was nice having him back.
Yeah. Yeah, just having the D line back in general. I mean, you can definitely see what a difference that made on Seattle's defense. Um, we'll get to this game, but I think we'll get to this game in a few minutes, but I think collectively, I think both of us are seeing how important a healthy defensive line is for the entire functioning of a defense in Cincinnati as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's big time. Any more thoughts on this one? Penix got in.
Oh, that's
How do
right.
you
He had
look?
a throw.
How do you look? Did he do
He had
anything or
one throw. He had one
he had one
throw.
throw? Okay, wow. What happened on it? Did he complete it?
It was a completion. Yeah, it's like
There you
a
go.
10-yard gain.
Hey, nice, nice. There you go. Hey, you know
And he
what?
did a lot of
Some quarterbacks throw a pick six on their first career pass. So hey, that's a win. Shout out
that is a
Jameis
win.
Winston,
There's
who's now
there
a
was no
starting
better way to
quarterback.
start his career than that.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. It ended up being a perfect representation of his career, actually. Um,
30 for 30, baby.
30 for
30 for
30,
30.
that's right. The 30 for 30 quarterback. Um, Moving forward here, Tennessee, Buffalo. Tennessee did get a 10-0 lead in this game. They did not hold on to it, obviously, which anyone who looks at the final score can tell you. Yeah, Tennessee's bad, man. Tennessee's bad. And also
They're in
Mason Rudolph started
full
this game.
fire sale mode.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel bad for Brian Callahan.
I wonder if
Which
this trade.
especially too, seeing how the Bengals are seeming, at least on his side of the ball, functioning much better since he left too.
I wonder if they
Even the
move
offensive
Simmons.
line. No team that could use him.
It'd be a mistake. I wonder if
It would be long term. I don't
I
know.
think
I
they
don't
have
know
him
if they're in
locked
fire
up.
sale. I know they obviously traded D Hop, and I guess we haven't talked about that yet. Worth mentioning, D Hop's
We'll
now
get to it.
Kansas
We'll
City
get to
Chief.
it for this week's
Yeah,
games.
yeah. I guess if anyone's curious how much that moves the needle for me, if this is the barometer,
Yeah, it does move the needle
I do
much for
not
me
care
either.
about Diop in 2024. I'm sorry. And you can clip that. If he catches the game-winning touchdown in the Super Bowl, I'll eat my words. But
I mean,
I don't really
oh
care.
wow, Nico Hardman did it last year.
Yeah, right. So it's like whatever.
It's not the receivers that make the magic happen there.
No, no, it is not. Um, yeah, Buffalo. I mean, good get right game. Obviously they beat New York last week, so it's not like it's their first win, but they didn't look great in that game. This game, again, they look kind of crappy to start, but then they got it going. They got it going. So Buffalo's looking good up to 5-2 now. I believe they're 5-2 now, if I have that correct. Yeah, 5-2. Oh yeah, standings there at the top. Oh yeah, they're playing Seattle this week. We'll talk about that one later. I know Daniel already gave his picks for that one, but he's gonna have to give him on the pod too. Spoiler alert, he did not pick the Seahawks. That'll be fun though. We'll have fun with that one.
Sorry, who said
Um,
that? Sorry.
I was it's just giving Daniel because Daniel made his prediction for the Seahawks Bills in the
Oh yeah,
chat.
yeah, I did.
Oh yes.
But we don't want to spoil the picks. We don't want to spoil the picks.
That's
But he
true.
did not pick the Seahawks. I'll just say that much. I really hope you picked that game first, actually.
I'm excited.
Daniel, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way at all. I know it's gonna sound disrespectful. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way at all. Daniel is the Skip Bayless of our program, where he gets a take or he gets a team or he gets something that he really likes, and then on the flip side, he gets something that he despises, and he will hammer that shit into the
Hey, I've been
ground, and
picking
I love
against.
him for
I've
it.
been
I'm
picking
the
against.
entertainer.
That's true,
I
and we need it, and we love it. Nothing wrong with that.
I have been picking against Bama every single week though.
That is true. That is true.
Hey man, I'm Skip Bayless, Rob Stephen A. Smith, and Bo Scott Van Pelt.
I am Scott Van Pelt, and you know what? I'll take Scott Van Pelt. I'll take Scott Van Pelt. That's
He's
a
an icon.
compliment. That's just a straight up compliment. Everyone loves SVP.
Dude, he's an icon. Honestly, all three of them are icons in their own way.
They are all three icons in their own way.
I
Yeah.
Nothing will ever beat first take with both Skip and Stephen A. Nothing will ever
How
beat
was
that.
that ever on the air? Like that's too good to be true. It was
It
like
was
the.
so
It was.
I would come home from school and watch it. It was amazing because I don't think it was either I was watching replays of it or it was filmed later in the day. Like
Mhm.
Stephen or Richard Sherman telling Skip Bayless he's better at life than you on first take.
It was
Because
so good,
because
man. Not to say modern
Richard
first take
Sherman
is bad, but
Richard Sherman was trashing Tom Brady because I was after the You Mad Bro game.
mhm.
It was like, oh, modern first take's not bad, but it nothing will ever
It's
surpass
not what it's
that
been. It's not
greatness.
what it was.
That was great. That was pure greatness.
Speaking of first take, what's Max Kellerman up to these days?
I I was never too upset that he got sidelined because he was boring.
He was absolutely. I mean, Stephen A. Smith was the engine that made it go, but like, it was fine. He wasn't the pro. He wasn't bad.
It
I don't
wasn't
even know what he's
bad.
up to these days.
He's probably like on ESPN 5.
Probably ESPN.
Well, he was a big boxing guy for a very long
He
time.
was a big boxing guy. That's how he kind of got started, I think.
Yeah, that was his start.
Um. Anyways, we're here. We're here. So I don't even know where to start with this game. Actually, I know where to start. The curse is broken. The curse is broken for the first time since I graduated high school. The Cincinnati Bengals have won in Cleveland. We
That's
did it, boys.
crazy.
It's happened. It's happened. I only had to go through 4 years of college and 2 years, yeah, two years of postgraduate life.
Well,
And we finally
you
did
know
it.
what
And we finally did
ended the
it.
curse? What
What's that?
snapped the curse?
What snapped the curse? Hey man, I think that ain't no, what snapped the curse was their defense, specifically Trey Hendrickson. But what ended the curse was I want to talk about Bengals before I talk about Browns. Bengals offense did not play a great game. I will say that they came alive in the second half. Their post second half script was a lot better. They did get a little bit conservative when they started going to clock killing mode, but hey, I get it. You don't want to risk injuries. So I'm not super upset. Obviously, they still won, and really, this was a pretty comfortable win. This game was 21-6 with like 50 seconds left. They got the garbage time touchdown, obviously, and then they go for the onside kick to maybe give it a shot, and right. So yes, was this a one-score game where the Browns were going for an onside kick at the end to potentially tie it? Yes. Was it? Did it ever really feel like it was in doubt for the Bengals after like maybe 8 minutes left in the third quarter? No, not really. Um, Pretty confident win for the Bengals, actually. I know, again, only a one-score game, but it felt pretty confident, even with the offense not playing at their best. Something about Jim Schwartz and those Browns defenses, man, give the Bengals a really, really hard time. It's like there's like Shane Bowen. Actually, it's funny. They've got three in a row. Shane Bowen, who was the Titans DC for a long time now in New York. Jim Schwartz, obviously been in Cleveland for a few years now. And of course they get Vic Fangio coming up this weekend. Three DCs that have given Zach Taylor a lot of trouble, although they've limited sample size with Vic Fangio. So it's funny. They've had a harder time with those defenses than they have with like the Mike McDonald defenses that have just taken over the NFL. So it's just kind of funny. But anyways, the offense didn't have a great game, but they did enough in the end to win this game. Shout out Charlie Jones, a 100-yard kick return on the opening kickoff. That was fun. Only one podcast member now has not seen a dynamic kickoff return touchdown. So can't imagine being Daniel right now.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be me or Rob. It's okay. It's probably coming. Where was I going? Defense played great though. Defense had a fantastic game. The only two times the Browns scored were on honestly a shitty PI call in the end zone. Should not have been called PI. Put them at the 1 yard line, and they still needed fourth down to score. That was actually funny enough. The play after Sean died. And again, the garbage time touchdown. So defense was fantastic in this game. Trey Hendrickson played like a man possessed. Sheldon Rankins, great game back. BJ Hills continued to play well. Sam Hubbard had an interception. Geno Stone had his first interception as a Bengal. DBs played well. Mike Hilton had a great game. It's just like this is the exact kind of defense performance you want to see. Is the Browns offense good? Absolutely not. And no one's saying they are. And honestly, DTR might be the only quarterback that is worse than Deshaun Watson. He looked bad. So is there a caveat to this? Yes. Is the Giants offense good? Absolutely not. So there's the caveat that the only two games the Bengals defense have played well have been, Giants and Browns. It's not exactly something to hang your hat on, but they played well, and they're starting to get a little bit of mojo, which I do like. So yeah, the Bengals are winning. They won in Cleveland. They broke the curse. We'll see. Not a pretty win, but a win all the same.
People cheering Deshaun Watson in, hearing his ACL.
Now the Browns. Oh, now the Browns. Well, the Browns are a fucking dumpster fire. And people saying, oh, the Browns offense might be good now that Deshaun Watson's hurt. Watching the Browns offense before with Deshaun in there and with DTR in there and with Jameis in there. Jameis is the best of the three. He's not good. He's still not good. This offense is going to be extremely dependent on a extremely high variance quarterback, which will probably give them a couple wins down the line where he just decides to go sicko mode and like he play a great ball game. And then they're also going to lose by 40 in a couple games because that's just the quarterback Jameis Winston is. I said Deshaun Watson. Jameis Winston is. So that's my prognosis for the Browns' future. Their defense is still tough. I'll give them that. Defense is still good in Cleveland. But on the quarterback side, though, Deshaun Watson, the Predator, goes down. Ah, dang it, I almost got to the mute button. Dang it, I was so close.
Ooh.
Hate that for me. But anyways, goes down, torn Achilles. The second you watch the replay, you knew that shit was popped and dead forever. He may never start a quarter. He may never start a game in the NFL. That might have been his last snap in the NFL. Pun intended. We already made that with Aaron Rodgers last year, though, so we can't keep doing that. But yeah, rough. It looked bad. Does anyone really feel that bad?
Nope.
No.
Other
I
than
will
other than
say though, it
Jameis.
is really funny for me personally from the outside, and this is as someone who does not give a shit about Deshaun Watson and does not really feel all that bad for him. Is that making me a bad person? Maybe, but I don't feel that bad for him. But it is really funny to see Browns fans cheering the injury, and then Browns players call out Browns fans for cheering the injury. And now there is just like Browns fans and Browns players hate each other. Oh, and then not necessarily hate each other, but they're, kind of bickering a little bit over that. And then on top of all that, the Cleveland Browns sued the city of Cleveland this week over a leasing. I think it was over a leasing issue or something. So point being, are we headed to Art Modell 2.0?
Oh gosh, are the Browns gonna go to London?
Oh, that'd be so funny. Except that would suck for the Bengals because they'd have travel there every year.
Talk about
But
a cursed franchise, man.
Well, no. What would happen? How's this realignment gonna work? Okay, let's see here. So I think what you would do, here's my proposition for realignment, okay? Browns go to the AFC East. The Colts go to the AFC North, and the Dolphins go to the
mm,
AFC South.
I like that. I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. I'm with you. That's a good take. Um,
We just saw realignment, folks.
it also really never made sense for the Colts to be in the AFC South when they're further north than the Bengals, who are in the AFC North.
True.
But anyways, yeah, I don't have any other takeaways. The Browns suck. Bengals don't suck quite as much as I thought they did a few weeks ago. We'll see though. They play Philly this week.
That
That'll be a
Jameis
tough
interview
test.
was funny.
Yeah. Every time Jameis opens his mouth, man, I'm glad he's the starting quarterback because it means we're gonna get more interviews with him. Every single Jameis interview is a delight. I still love the wide receivers that live near water. That one's one I can go back and watch that, and I just feel it's like I don't know. It's like some people have ASMR. I have Jameis interviews. They're just like they're fun to listen to. They make me feel good. They're satisfying. But anyways, Houston, Green Bay. Green Bay, come from behind win here. Got bailed out. Everyone's now saying Jordan Love should be a dark horse MVP candidate, apparently, after this game.
Jordan Love, a dark horse MVP candidate? Get out of here, bro.
I
Hell
thought the same thing when I heard
no.
that, but people are saying it.
Just
Specifically
because
the
he wears
ringer.
green and gold, that's it. If he was on any other team, no one would care.
That's true. Joe Mixon continues to tear it up. He's been great in Houston so far, and I know I should be jealous of that. I'm not really, just not fit. I know I've said that every single week, but I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Oh my
Um,
goodness.
what?
Ashton Janty, oh, they're calling him short. He almost just had an insane touchdown run. They're on like the 5 yard line, hitting the backfield, just like dragging dudes. Let's see if he makes it. Oh, I think he's down, but man, that was insane. To the 1 inch line, it feels like. Jeez.
Bummer,
Sorry.
man. No, you're good. You're good. Keep the updates coming. I want to.
Oh,
UNLV's
this is tight.
up
I
one.
think it's gonna be short by this much. Give it to the boy. Give it to the man again. Oh, he's in Mike Myers mode. He's in.
It's in Mike Myers mode. What's the line in that one?
What are they gonna
We have
call
Boise
this? What are they
minus
gonna
three
call
and a
this?
half.
He's in.
Okay.
Gosh, that was Ash and Janty is ridiculous, man.
There you go. Ooh, that one's gonna come down to the wire too. Let's see. Houston, Green Bay. I don't really have any other takeaways from this one. Fun game, good game between two good teams. On the flip side of things, we have Indianapolis, Miami, which was not that. Not a good game between two good teams. A bad game between two bad teams. How is Joe Flacco not the starting quarterback in Indianapolis? How? He's so much better than Anthony Richardson right now. It's clear. It's clear. It's obvious. Indianapolis only scores 16 points. Anthony Richardson continues to baffle with his play every single week, and not in a good way, to be clear. It's rough, man. I don't know. I don't have a lot of. I know the Colts are what, 4-3. I want to say they're 4-3. They're currently the 7 seed in the AFC. Yeah, the 4-3, 7 seed in the AFC, and I have no belief in them as a team at the moment. On the flip side, Miami gets Tua back this week. And hey, did you see Tua's willing to put his life on the line for the Dolphins right now?
And
For the
he's not
2
gonna
and
wear a
5 Miami
guardian cap.
Dolphins.
And he's not going to wear a guardian cap.
Oh, sorry, 2 and 4, my bad. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's refused. He's like, well, he's not wearing a guardian cap, and there's like all these like Dolphins fans being like, well, there's technically no proof that the guardian cap actually helps. There's also no proof that it hurts, and you shouldn't be taking any risks right now.
It absolutely helps. It's
I mean, worst case
However-
scenario,
however-
what?
I've made the case for the guardian cap before on this podcast that I believe that every lineman should be required to wear one.
I mean,
It's a
fair
lot more
enough, but
for
like
more of those. What the guardian cap
the
is
trench
best for
positions, yeah.
is not the brutally hard hits, but the ones that you're hitting your head a lot, but not as
Mhm.
hard. That's when it's better for. But still, you're a quarterback. Your head's gonna be hitting the turf, you know. So
Right.
I think it's still good to have one.
Right. And I guess my perspective on it too, like, what's worst case scenario? You are just have extra protection. Like, even if there's no like statistical proof to show that like it
No,
is
yeah, you
like
should
super
have
helpful, like, what do you have to lose? Versus like, I don't get it. It's dumb. They are playing the Cardinals this week, so it'll probably be fine. But yeah, Miami's not in a good spot right now. They're only 2 and 4 though. They did get through this stretch of awful play with a 2 and 4 record. Could be worse. They're lucky there's a bye in there.
Hey, they're better than the Patriots.
They're
And
better than the Patriots and the Jets. Well, yeah, no, I guess technically they are second place in the AFC East right now
Oh,
because they're 2 and 4 and the Jets are 2 and 5.
isn't that crazy, man?
Yeah, yikes. All right, Detroit, Minnesota. Let's take it away, Daniel.
Honestly, man, Minnesota, they're a good team. They played a good game. Sam Darnold, he looks honestly, here's what I'm going to say about Sam Darnold. And I think I mentioned this in the chat too. I still think he's mid at best. I don't think he's great, but Kevin O'Connell and his offensive system make quarterbacks like that look a lot better than they are. And it also helps having Justin Jefferson and Aaron Jones on your team. And he'll be getting TJ Hawkinson back next weekend too. So he's going to have plenty of weapons to work with. But yeah, shout out to the Vikings, man. They look good. I thought defense was a little bit tough to crack, but also the Lions offense is just that good. Yeah, and as for the Lions, we're so fucking good, guys. We're so good, bro. We're so good. We're too good. It's too fun to watch, man. I'm almost kind of spoiled. It's like every possession, I expect to get a touchdown. When we don't get a touchdown, it's like the end of the world, man.
That's what I remember watching the LOB. I was like, "What? They got past the 50?" when I was watching the LOB on defense. What's going on? You're expected, stop every play.
There you go, man. Yeah, watching the Lions offense is kind of like that. It's like I always expect to be in the red zone, expect to get 7, expect some kind of trick play here and there. Jared Goff, at this point, I even got to expect Jared Goff perfect games, man. He's absolutely been killing it these last few weeks. You want to talk about Jordan Love being an MVP candidate? Why not my boy Jared Goff?
He's found his mojo, man.
Why not Jared Goff? Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Better than Geno Smith. Jared Goff. I don't know much else to say about that game. It was just fun to watch, close game. Vikings are a good team. And yeah, NFC North's going to be competitive this year. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, the NFC North is insane right now. Um, where's Jared Goff here? He's still the 23rd ranked quarterback according to
Nope.
PFF based
False.
on offensive
Wrong.
grade.
Wrong. No reason to ever use that website again.
Dang, man. They're cooking him. Lamar's one. Lamar's now one. He's got the highest passing grade now and offensive grade. Burrow's still three. Burrow's three in both. He's got second, third in offensive grade and third in passing
Get it,
grade.
man.
Derek
Burrow's
Carr
clean.
too now. Honestly, Derek Carr should be eliminated for sample size at this point.
I don't get it, man. Burrow's club is 3-4. Goff's club is 5-1.
There's this
Goff
thing
blew out
called
the Cowboys in Jerry World. The Bengals lost to New England at home.
you realize wins aren't a QB stat, right?
They are now.
But they are when it serves my narrative.
Exactly, bro.
Actually, that's so true. I mean, wins are a QB stat when they serve the narrative, and they're not when they don't. And I just think that's funny. We still haven't
Dude,
decided if they truly are or not.
back when Stafford was our quarterback, that would pretty much always be the case in the Lions fan base. If it
To be
fit the
fair,
narrative, then Stafford helps in QB wins. If it didn't fit, then it doesn't matter. Stafford is
a
in it.
little cross sport comparison here. I've always thought wins as a pitcher stat were stupid. Because I'm sorry. Look at the Seattle Mariners as your prime example. So, uh, let's see. Any more takeaways from that one, Daniel?
Oh man, we're still chugging along. Exciting season keeps going.
I agree. All right, we gotta keep buzzing here. We gotta keep buzzing because we
What's
gotta get you
buzzing?
out of here on time. So, Eagles Giants. Not much to talk about in this one. Giants suck. Saquon
Saquon's a dog,
Barkley, what
though.
a comeback! What a comeback to New York. He killed him. He looked like a man possessed out
I
there.
don't expect to be booed.
Hey man, he was getting plenty of cheers from the Philly fans that made the trip up. I'll just say that. Um, and there's probably a lot of them.
That was
Yeah,
a
Giants
hell of a
horrible. And
performance.
and part of me what sees this and is like scared for the Eagles, like they might be hitting a groove, and they're playing in Cincinnati this weekend. The other part of me remembers that the Eagles own the New York Giants, like just own them.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, this is just what they do. This is just what they are. So I'm not too worried. But we'll talk about that game when we get to picks. Giants suck. Eagles are pretty good. Saquon, he was that man this weekend. Can't lie. Uh, Raiders, Rams, Raiders with the backdoor cover to give Rob the lone wolf pick on this one, which I thought was stupid. Because if Antonio Pierce had half a brain, he would have gone for the touchdown, but instead he kicks the field goal, tries to force a stop, never comes close to forcing a stop, and here we are.
Woo!
Stupid fucking
I
Antonio
won.
Pierce.
I got a lone wolf out of stupidity. Let's
You did
go.
get a lone wolf out of stupidity. Fucking Antonio Pierce, man. God, I hope he gets fired just for that. Just for that. Just for one backdoor cover that he managed to pull off in week 7. Fuck Antonio Pierce. No, the Rams win this one and then they get healthy on Thursday night, and they showed some real potential on Thursday Night Football too with their receivers back. So first time since week 1 when they played the Lions, they've really been healthy on offense. So started to see that a little bit. So good for them. MC West gonna be competitive too. Was it like 3, 3, and 4 teams, and then Seattle at 4 and 3? So one game separating first and last place in the NFC West right now, and a 3-way tie for last place at that. So
I know,
NFC
sitting
West is gonna be
pretty,
fun
sitting
Kind of
too.
a
pretty.
bloodbath now that the Niners are still going to win.
Welcome to the cellar, 49ers.
Nah, they're still winning the division. Sorry, my guy.
Well, I'm talking
I
right
don't know,
now,
man. The Rams
baby.
looked good last night. The Rams looked good last night. I can't lie.
Well, yeah, now Cooper Cup's definitely not getting traded.
No, he is not.
I was really hoping he was
I
gonna.
was seeing rumors of Stafford getting traded to the Vikings, and I was like, where did that shit come from?
I think that was
It
mostly.
was. It was never. It was a meme, I think. Raiders fucking suck. That's my takeaway.
You know who
Speaking of
else
teams, that
sucks? The
the Carolina
Panthers.
Panthers. Yeah,
The
there's the segue.
Panthers.
Oh, and by the way, Andy Dalton got in a car accident this week. So guess who's back at starting quarterback for the Carolina
Yeah.
Panthers?
What is up with Panthers quarterbacks and getting in car accidents?
I guess the freeways in Charlotte aren't safe. You gotta be careful, man.
The Carolina Panthers.
Panthers. They go to Washington.
Speaking
Jane
of
Daniels
that,
doesn't even play for 75% of this game, and they still lose by 33 points.
speaking of the Rizzler cinematic universe, though, I will be big AJ for Halloween.
Nice, nice.
Woo!
I also like that the Bring the Boom celebration has become one of the most popular
You know who else
celebrations.
did that? In what's his name? Gosh, I'm like Boise State quarterback did a bring the boom.
Oh, Maddox,
Yeah,
Madsen.
Maddox Manson. Yep,
I didn't. I saw him do the flex, but I didn't see him do the kick.
he was doing the kicks.
Okay, okay. There you go.
Yeah, no, one of the other campaign managers is gonna be the Rizzler, and I'm gonna be Big AJ, and we have like
I
a
like
potluck
that.
party.
Rizzler.
We need to
You
find
know
a Big
what?
Justice.
In a different
I
universe, Bo would be the Rizzler.
What
you
do
know
your
what?
students think of
Oh, they love him. Oh, dude, I and they, we I guess it's already past 10:30, so I'll be fast with this. But I told them all, hey, if the class average on the next quiz is an A, I'll buy you all double chunk chocolate
Oh
cookies.
my god.
And they went crazy. They went crazy. It was not, it was a D, but
No. Well,
and
you know what I
they
learned? It's
what's
not
that?
the actual name of it isn't double chunk chocolate cookie. It's double chocolate chunk cookie. But double
Oh, that's
chunk
lame.
chocolate cookie just
It
sounds so
it
much
flows
better.
better. It flows
They
better.
got to change the name.
Yeah, they do. They gotta change it now. They asked me if I prefer chicken bakes or double chunk chocolate cookies all the time. I gotta say, personally, as much as I love AJ, I prefer chicken bakes, man.
I've never been a chicken bake head.
I've
I like
loved
cookie
chicken.
better.
Chicken bakes are so good, bro. They're so good.
Sliced pizza and a $1
Chicken,
soda
hey,
pop.
Costco pizza. I will die on the hill that Costco pizza is a top
We've
three
had this
pizza.
discussion before.
We've had this discussion, I know, but I will die on that hill. People think I'm crazy for it. I'm gonna die on that hill. Um, who should start at quarterback for the Panthers this weekend? Bryce Young or the Rizzler?
I was gonna say Rob.
Yeah, there you go.
Rob, I'm gonna
Hey,
get you.
hey, you
I'm
know
gonna get you a
what?
flight to Charlotte. It's time to play. Suit up.
If the Rizzler can start a preseason game for the New York Knicks, he can start at quarterback for the
It's
Carolina
so funny that
Panthers.
Jamal Crawford was on the same basketball court as the Rizzler.
I love that kid, man.
Seattle
Um,
basketball legend Jamal Crawford.
yeah. Marcus Mariota again played for 75% of this game, and the Panthers still lost by 33 points. They are so fucking cooked, man. They had that brief boost where Andy Dalton came in as the starting quarterback and gave him a little bit of hope, and that's over now.
Oh,
They are
this
just a
sucks.
really bad
Sucks.
football team.
Ano-
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Another bad football team, the Niners, last place Niners.
That was going to be my same segue I was going with actually. um, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think the Niners are going to stay down, but they are playing bad football right now.
Except against the
Brock Purdy was
Seahawks.
one of their lone bright spots for a lot of the season, and now he sucks too. He couldn't stop turning the ball over against the Chiefs.
Nope. Yeah, the Chiefs play poorly, bring you down to their level, and beat you with experience.
And beat you his
Really, really.
experience. Hey, I saw that. It's
Well,
funny actually.
that's a
What
Twain quote. That's a Twain quote.
you know? What's funny?
I love some Mark Twain.
Hey, I think this is the year of the 2017 2019 throwback because the Bengals won in Cleveland and the Chiefs offense runs exclusively through Kareem Hunt. Dang it, the Chiefs or the Browns already won a game though. That was the year they went 0-16. Dang it. Hey, 1-16, 16
There's enough.
losses.
Well,
It's
I
still
feel
on the
bad for the
table.
first team that's going to go 0-17. I don't
Won't
think
be
that's
this year, I'm
possible.
afraid. It won't be this year. Hey, we didn't think 0-16 was afraid. Daniel, how do you feel about 0-16? Is that a record you're familiar with?
Or you're
How about
talking
the
about
Jets,
the
guys?
you're talking
How
about
about
the
Devontae Adams?
2008 preseason champion Lions?
How about Devontae
You know what?
Adams?
It is kind of funny that the only two 0-16 teams in NFL history both went 4-0 in the preseason.
How about Devontae Adams, guys? How do you guys
Yeah,
think?
what is she? I love the segue. But yeah, no, yeah, getting on to that, there's not much but to talk about Chiefs Niners. The Niners are not playing good football right now.
Shout out
Neither
to
are the Chiefs,
Russ.
to be quite honest. But yeah,
Russ
shout
looked
out
like he
Russ.
was
Yeah, he
washed
played
in the first
great.
couple of drives, and then he turned it on.
Yeah, he
Vintage
played great in
primetime
this one.
Russ.
George Pickens finally is a quarterback.
People are like,
He looks
why
like
are
he
they
has some
why are
fun.
they starting Russ? And then he plays like that. Like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. There's a lot of old takes exposed to come out of this
Meanwhile,
one.
Q Aaron is 2-5 with the Jets. Let's not forget about
Not
that.
Najee Harris having a contract year type of season. He's killing it this
Yeah,
year. Can't lie.
he's gonna be so good with the Panthers next year.
Oh yeah, the Panthers gonna give him a bag. You can already tell that. Actually they got Chuba though. Chuba's having a good year for him. So, what team's gonna give Najee Harris a
What?
bag? Probably you know what, the Raiders would. Yeah, the Raiders would.
I could see that.
Um,
But he's not a rebel, you know.
that's true. That's true. He will be when he gets there though. Henry Ruggs wasn't a rebel either. You know, the classic Nick Saban soundbite, and he never had a single problem when he was on our team. And look what happened to him. The classic, yeah, man. So there you go. Yeah, Jets. I mean, they fire the coach. They trade for Devontae. They get Hassan Reddick back this week. There's not many levers left to pull in New York.
Yep.
At a certain point, you might just have to accept that you're cooked. The season just might not be it. Might not be happening. That's okay. Because you've been doing that for 14 years now. What's 15? What's 15, right? Steelers are playing on are hosting Monday Night Football, by the way. So that is 3 games in 4 weeks they're hosting a primetime game, which I think is bringing positive awareness to the fact that Acrisure Stadium has one of the worst fields in the NFL, and it doesn't get enough hate. Anyways, Baltimore, Tampa. Tampa, on the Tampa side of things, they lost both of their starting receivers in this game. Mike Evans going down for what looks like multiple weeks. Chris Godwin going down for the rest of the season in all likelihood on a garbage time play by dirty Roquan Smith. I've long said he's a dirty player, and now that hopefully the rest of the NFL contingent can agree with me on that.
And no reason for him to be playing. No reason.
Yep.
No
No reason
bad for
for
the
him to be
Bucks,
playing.
man. They were looking up this year. Both the starting receivers are going to be out for a bit. I hope they can be resilient, but
You know what it means, though?
mm,
Jalen McMillan time.
that's
Yeah,
true,
it's
man.
true, man. It's
Dude,
J-Mac time.
he shows some flashes with Tampa.
Yes.
It's been kind of hard for him to break in because Godwin and Evans exist, but definitely going to get some more reps now.
Right.
Meanwhile, Jalen Polk.
Right.
Sorry, bud. Drake May's got some potential.
That's true. We didn't even really talk about Jalen Polk in that game. He did not enjoy his trip to London. We'll just say that.
That's not good. It's not
On the Ravens side of things,
Patriots either.
right? On the Ravens side of things, and I know I put this in the chat, and I know I said the Derrick Henry edition didn't move the needle much for me with the Ravens. I was wrong. He's been really good there. He didn't do much against the Bengals. I'll say that much. But he has been really good. He has been really good in Baltimore. Quietly, at 30 plus years old, at the ripe young age of 31 years old, he is on pace to break the Eric Dickerson all-time rushing record. Now, granted, he would be doing it in 17 games, not 16, so it's a little bit of a cheat. But
Still
um
impressive.
still very impressive, especially at 31. And will he get there? Obviously, we're always playing with pace, and hate to say it, 31-year-old running back
Yeah.
could miss a game or two at some point. But
That means it'll be even then.
yeah, it's true, right? If he beats in 16, then they're even. So
It might
um
even be 14.
all right.
Uh,
So
by the way, walk off Rouge by the Edmonton Elks.
I have
Attendance
no idea what
there
that means.
looks worse than the UFL game or XFL game we went to.
Oh, nice. There you go. That's something. Yeah,
Elks.
Ravens are humming right now. Makes it even more annoying that, you know, Bengals couldn't finish them off in that one game. They should have. They should have beat them. Had that game won. They'd both be 4-3 right now, and the Bengals would be ahead in the division. They'd be 2-0 in the division right now. Hey, at least it didn't take us till week 18 to win our first division game this year. That's positive. Thanks, Cleveland. Yeah. So, LA, Arizona. I didn't watch this game. I have ESPN Plus, and I still didn't watch this game.
Yeah,
Arizona
no
wins.
one
Good for
wanted to
them.
watch this game.
Probably the least watched primetime game of
Well, I
all
did see
time.
that they had a touchback for Justin
Mhm.
Herbert. That's basically touchdown, but drops it right at the end zone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, guess who it was, by the way? Jalen Rager.
Oh
Every
man.
time people talk about Jalen Rager, it's always for a bad reason. One day he'll get talked about for a good reason.
Poor guy.
Someday, but not that day.
Not on Monday night. It wasn't. Yeah, Arizona gets to 3-4. Again, tied for second in the NFC West right now. And only a game behind first.
So weird.
Is the NFC West the new NFC South?
Good question.
This game. The NFC South is still very much the NFC South because none of those teams are really that good. The NFC West is the new like NFC East from like 2020. That's what the NFC
That's a
West is
good
this
call.
year.
That's a good call.
Oh, dang it. Well, you know what? That's my fault. I'm the one turning this off. My power's not going out. I just can't stop keeping the power strip. Anyways, there we go. We're back. All right, boys. That's week 7. Any other takeaways?
Lonely at the top.
Only at the top. That's right. Let's look at the
Interesting
picture.
trades though. Interesting receivers moving.
Yeah, definitely. We already
And,
started to see the
So
consequences of a few of
Devontae,
them.
D Hop, and Ernest Jones. Hope that can be a Quandre like addition to Seahawks. Jerome Baker is quite bad and didn't want to be there. So hopefully, it helps out the run defense. I think it will.
I don't think Theo could hurt. He was a good player in LA. Again, it's just,
He's
is
been
he-
good in Tennessee. It's just terrible team.
Yeah. That they are. Let's see here. Alrighty then.
Lightning round. Lightning round.
Lightning round. 15 minutes. We can get through picks in 15 minutes. So anyways, NFL week 8. Oh, and talking about last night's game. Vikings
Good
got
game.
hosed on
Good
that
game.
last call. I have no idea how they don't call that face mask. At the same time, the Vikings probably would have lost anyways, so can't be
Yeah, I
too
don't think they're
upset
making
about
it
it.
all the way down the field.
Yeah. At the same time, hey, Rams, you're finally healthy and you beat a good team. That's good. Rams have some positive momentum going right now. Anyways, picks time. So, Rob, you picked me to start. So, Daniel, you're starting for us. And you get
I'm
to pick
starting.
I get to pick my game last. Look at that. Anyways, so we're starting with Philadelphia at Cincinnati. Both these teams coming off of division wins, Philly being New York, Cincinnati being Cleveland. Cincinnati at home in the whiteouts. favored by 2.5.
Well, Bo, I think you're going to be a very happy camper. I think the Bengals beat the spread. Get a pretty good win over the Eagles.
Nice. I'll take it, Rob.
I'm gonna go Cincy as well.
You know what? I agree with you guys,
Join the fun.
but the
Or
reverse jinx. Ever since I tried the reverse jinx, the Bengals are 3-1 since I reverse jinx. So I'm doing it again. I can't. I'm sorry, but I will say my real prediction, if I was actually picking this team and not, playing with fate, basically, I will say I think the Bengals match up well with the Eagles. I do. I think they're also wearing their whiteouts, which they're undefeated in. And also they are at home in a game that is a lot of people in Cincinnati are calling like the most like vibes game, like home game since the Buffalo game on Monday Night Football a few years ago with Jamal Hamlin died. Oh my God. Someone wrap freaking Chauncey Gardner Johnson bubble wrap. He might not make it out of this one. Anyways, yikes. That was not the comparison I hope to make. Anyways, but people are saying, hey, vibes around the team are really high right now. They're healthy, which is actually a surprise because Orlando Brown and Geno Stone both left Sunday's game with what looked like pretty serious injuries, and neither are even on the injury report, which was good. So yeah, I think Cincinnati, honestly, in my heart, I think they win. In my brain, I think they win. In my little puppeteer fingers, though, I'm gonna predict them to lose. So there we are. Baltimore, Cleveland, a few of my other favorite teams going head to head. Baltimore, obviously come off a big win in Tampa, playing the Jameis Winston-led Cleveland Brownies. Rob, you're starting us off.
As much as I love our boy famous Jameis, it's not because of his play on the field. Browns are just bottoming out, and Ravens are fighting their stride. So I'm gonna go Ravens.
There you go. I'm next up here. AFC North games are always weird. At the same time, and you know what? Maybe getting the new quarterback in there does give the Browns offense a little bit of a kickstart. Nick Chubb, another week healthy. Hopefully he gets a little bit better. He only made like 2 yards per carry against Cincinnati, but another week of health. Maybe he gets a little bit more comfortable, a little more wear on his tires. Hopefully that's good for him. At the same time, I also just watched this Browns offense not do anything against a bad Cincinnati defense for 60 minutes. I don't think they're going to start against also a bad, but not quite as bad Ravens defense. So give me the Ravens.
I'd take the Ravens, man. I can't pick the Browns unless I see it.
Tennessee, Detroit.
11? Wow.
Yeah.
We're coming up, boys.
So Tennessee, Detroit. Tennessee just got hooked by Buffalo. Detroit has been doing a little bit of cooking themselves. Obviously, they didn't blow out the Vikings, but
week, man.
This one scares me. This one does scare me because I think the Lions win. Obviously, they're at home. Tennessee's not a good football team. We've talked about this one. It does really, really concern me. At the same time, 11's a lot, and weird shit happens in interconference games. I usually feel like I'm honestly on the fence with this one. I really wish I wasn't picking first, actually. I will be picking Detroit though, because I don't know, I just got a feeling this Lions team's gonna fucking cook Mason Rudolph.
You guys want to know a not so fun fact? The Lions all
What's
time,
up?
ever since the Titans became the Titans, are 0-6 against Tennessee. There have been I'd say like half the games we played have been pretty close with them, and the other half have been blowout losses.
Mm-hmm.
I think that changes, and I'm kind of with Bo. I think this is a fucking blowout. Give me Detroit, man. I think we absolutely cook these guys, and get ready for Green Bay the week after. And oh boy, I'm so excited for that one. Already looking ahead. I can do that as a fan.
All right, Robbie.
I it's still so much, but the Titans are in sell mode. Will Levis is the meme king. I'm gonna go Lions here.
It's probably not even Will Levis. It's Mason Rudolph, I think. But that's not much better. There you go. Unanimous again. Arizona, Miami. Miami getting to a back. 4-point favorites at home against Cardinals team that's coming off a big win against the Chargers. Daniel, you're leading us off here.
For whatever reason, I can't envision the Cards winning this game. Give me the Dolphins.
Rob.
Give me the Cards.
There you go. You know what? I think Miami wins on a last second field goal. Give me the Cards as well. I do think Miami wins, but I think the Cards are able to cover. I think the Dolphins have issues outside of just Tua being back. And even if he still needs to, get back in the flow of things a little bit. Real fast, meanwhile, Jets, Patriots. Jets -7 at home, on the road in New England. Imagine seeing that line 3 years ago. Rob, you are leading us off. But in the meantime, Boise State is kneeling out the clock. So me and Daniel will be covering, and Rob will be dropping to 0-2.
Damn. My teams, my soft spots, they're betraying me. Also, oof, Cal McCord.
There we go. 1-1, 1-1, 0-2. Okay. Anyways, sorry. Back to Patriots, Jets. Jets -7.
-7 is too much for me, man. As much as the Patriots suck, I don't trust the Jets. Anything that big.
So you're taking Patriots?
Yep.
All right. I said that exact same thing about the Jacksonville Jaguars last week, and I suffered for it. So I'm taking the Jets. I'm sorry. This Patriots team is so bad.
New England may be a vegetable, but they've had close games this season, and the Jets are also like a glorified vegetable. Give me the Patriots to cover.
All right, I'm lone wolfing
Is
it,
it a
I guess.
vegetable with psychedelic properties?
There you go. That's the best description of the Jets right there.
All I'm gonna say is that the Jets won by, let's see, they played in
I
week
know, but that
3.
was at home, man. Come on.
I don't know. I don't think all it matters. The Patriots are bad wherever they play. But okay, fair enough. Are we in week 8? Yeah, here we go.
What the world needs? Pats Panthers.
Hey, we're getting Panthers Giants in a few weeks in Germany.
In Munich, right?
In Munich. There you go. Atlanta, Tampa. Here we go. A beat up Tampa team. It's coming off a loss to the Ravens, playing a Falcons team coming off a loss to Seattle. Rematch of a Thursday night classic from a few weeks ago. Atlanta favored by 2.5 over the beat up creamsicle Bucks. Let's see who's leading this one off. Is it me? Yeah. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, it's me. I'm leading it off. Yep, my bad. Give me Atlanta in this one. I think Tampa's just too beat up.
You know what? Give me the Bucks. I think the creamsicles, they find some resilience and they're gonna win.
I'm gonna go Falcons here.
Oh, Daniel's lone wolfing it.
Oh,
that's what they used to do on the NFL Network pregame show whenever there's a lone wolf. Oh, that was great. Anyways, Green Bay, Jacksonville. We're on a 6-minute warning here before Daniel's to log off.
6-minute timeout.
6-minute timeout. There you go. Sorry, yeah, 6-minute timeout. My bad. College football. No, we're on NFL. This is the NFL pod.
Okay.
Green Bay, Jacksonville. Green Bay favored by 4 on the road in the Ville. Daniel, who's your pick?
Put Jackson for me. I'm not picking the fucking Packers.
Fair enough. Rob.
I'm gonna go Green Bay here.
I'm also going Green Bay. They're playing pretty good football right now, and I still don't have any faith in Jacksonville. I'll believe it when I see it with them. A win over the Patriots doesn't move the needle for me. Houston favored by 5. Last of the early games. Houston favored by 5, taking on the Indianapolis Colts at home. Both these teams, or sorry, Houston coming off the big loss, or not big loss, the heartbreaking loss to Green Bay. Indy coming off a pretty whimper of a win against Miami.
The Texans have been little bit disappointing this year. Bill had this one nailed from the beginning. I'm gonna go Colts.
No. It's funny you say that because I have no faith in this Colts team while they're starting Anthony Richardson. If it was the Joe Flacco Colts, I'd be picking the Colts here. I also don't think the line would be this generous, though. I'm taking the Texans to cover.
I'll also take the Texans.
Yeah. All right, on to the late games. And I'm leaving this one off. Saints going to LA to play the Chargers. The Chargers are favored by 7. I know I'm always the one to say these spreads are too big. Actually, that's kind of a Daniel thing, but I also say the spreads are too big sometimes. Um, but I'm sorry, this Saints team is freaking awful, man. Especially, yeah, no, this is going to be a blowout. Give me the Chargers. I feel comfortable there.
Be the Bolts.
What's that? The Bolts? Oh yeah, I thought you said the Colts, and I was like, wait, we just talked about
I'm
that
going
game.
Chargers as well.
There you go. Oh, Daniel gets to lead this one off. Let's go.
Oh no.
Easiest prediction of my life. Buffalo by double digits. Not even a fucking question. Tom Brady's gonna glaze Josh Allen. He's gonna shit on Geno. I'm so excited for it.
Is Tom Brady calling this game?
He is, yeah. He and Kevin Burkhardt.
Dang. All right, there you go. All right. Rob, you're up.
Only -3. I'm gonna take the Seahawks. Why not?
You think they win?
Yeah, auto well. Thanks, Rob.
I'm also gonna take the Bills. I'm with Daniel on this one. I think the Bills are on a little bit. They're starting to get their mojo back a little bit. I don't think it's a blowout, but I think 3 is enough that I feel comfortable taking the Bills.
Damn, Denver minus 10.5.
That's rough. Yeah, this is the Bryce Young spread right here. Panthers going to Denver, going to the Mile High City, getting 10.5 points on the flight over. Rob, you're leading us off.
10.5 is too much for a Bo Nix quarterback team for me. Might regret this one big time, but doing it.
All right, I'm on the flip side of things because 10.5 is not enough for a Bryce Young led team. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos as well.
I used to like Bryce Young too. That's tough. Chiefs, Raiders, Chiefs going into Las Vegas where they are dropping 9.5 points here. Oh gosh, I know I've said I hate picking the Raiders, and I do, but like we've talked about, the Chiefs always play down to their opponents, especially divisional opponents. So I think the Raiders find a way to cover this one. 9.5's a little pricey for me.
Yep, give me Vegas as well, my guy.
Yeah, I think we're all on this one. I just remember that Black Friday game, those pick sixes. I think the defense is going to score more than the offense for the Raiders.
Bears Commanders upgraded to America's Game of the Week. And then Jaden Daniels might not even play in it.
Jaden Daniels got hurt.
They demoted Bengals Eagles from Game of the Week in favor of this one. And fair enough. Hey, I get it if Jaden Daniels was healthy. He is not though. So that's rough. Let's see. What's the official? Hold on. Commanders, Bears injury report here. I'm gonna see if we can get official. Ooh, wow, the Bears are beat up in the secondary. Jaquan Brisker and Kyler Gordon both missing this one. Let's see. Oh, ooh, Daniels listed as questionable. He returned to practice on a limited basis on Friday. So, he could play, I guess. Anyways, Daniel, you're leading this one off. Bears -3.
To be on the safe side as far as that injury goes, I got to take the Bears.
Fair enough. Rob?
I'm gonna go Bears just because Jaden Daniels is probably playing.
You know what? I might regret this one. I'm gonna go with Washington under the hope that Jane Daniels plays, and even if he doesn't, that Marcus Mariota is gonna be decent enough to cover three. I think they've got a better team than Chicago still, at least better coached. Um, Dallas San Fran. San Fran dropping 4.5 points to a bad Cowboys team on Sunday Night Football. Gosh, this is gonna be a crappy game between two not so great teams. Rob, you're leading us off here. San Fran minus 4.5.
Give me the Cowboys. How about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys? They suck. Give me the Niners.
Lol, boys. Give me the Niners. I always say Cowboys Seahawks is the ultimate turd bowl. We need that matchup again.
There we go. All three of us have a couple lone wolf picks this week. That's fun. And then finally here, 11:01. All right, we gotta do this one really fast. Giants, Steelers minus 6 at home on Monday Night Football. I'm leading us off. Steelers always play down to their opponents, but they did just destroy a New York team at home on prime time. The Giants are bad. Give me the Steelers.
Fuck it, Giants.
Give me the Steelers. Giants suck.
There we go. We got our picks for the week, boys. That is it. Well, we will see how this week goes. We will see how quickly Rob can blow his lead because we all know it's coming. I like how you got a 4-game lead and 3 of that came from this week alone. So,
Woo!
all right. That is it for this week's editions of the West Coast Draft Podcast. It was a fun couple episodes, boys. Closing
That
thoughts.
over 500 feeling.
Yeah, for now. Closing thoughts, Mr. Daniel.
Go Lions, man. I don't know. That's all I got.
I respect it. Closing thoughts, Mr. Rob.
If one of us is over 500, only one of us is over 500. If one of us is like, all of us is like. If one of us subscribe, all subscribe. Thanks for watching.